Hello, and welcome to my Let's Play of Ultima 4. Now, a few things about Ultima 4. Ultima 4 was the first Ultima I ever played back on my Apple II. Or my dad's Apple II, because I was too young to own one. And it was given to me by a friend. And it absolutely blew my mind at the time, because this was the first game where the point of it wasn't to defeat some bad guy or get treasure. The point of the game was to be a good person, essentially. That's what it means to be an avatar of the virtues. I played the heck out of this back in the day, but it's been years, probably a decade at least, since I've touched this. So, yeah. I'm not exactly blind, but I'm not exactly expert at this. As with always with my Let's Plays, these are live on tape, meaning I have no idea what I'm going to say until I say it, and often things will come out wrong. I'll use weird pauses, I don't know, etc. So, first order of business, though, is that I am not going to use the Apple II version. I am going to use the IBM PC-DOS version, extended by some fans. The project is called XUA, and you can find it on the internet just by looking it up. You'll still need to buy an actual copy of Ultima 4, which is free on Good Old Games, so go for it. So, let's begin. Journey onward. No, initiate new game. The day is warm, yet there is a cooling breeze. The latest in a series of personal crises seems insurmountable. You are being pulled apart in all directions. Yet this afternoon walk in the countryside slowly brings relaxation to your harried mind. The soil and strain of the modern high-tech living. This was written in the 70s, so high-tech 70s. Think about how oh, lovely phone call. Think about how stressful it is now compared to then. High-tech living begins to wash off in layers. That willow tree near the stream looks comfortable and inviting. The buzz of dragonflies and the whisper of the willow's swaying branches bring a deep peace. Searching inward for tranquility and happiness, you close your eyes. A high-pitched, cascading sound like crystal wind chimes impinges on your floating awareness. As you open your eyes, you see a shimmering blueness rise from the ground. The sound seems to be emanating from this glowing portal. It is difficult to look at in the blueness. It is difficult to look at the blueness. Light seems to bend and distort around it, while the sound waves become so intense they appear to become visible. The portal hangs there for a moment, then, with a rush of imploding vacuum, it sinks into the ground. Something remains suspended in midair for a moment before falling to the earth with a heavy thud. Somewhat shaken by this vision, you arise to your feet to investigate. A crude circle of stone surrounds the spot where the portal appeared. There is something glinting in the grass. You pick up an amulet shaped like a cross with a loop at the top. It is an ankh, the sacred symbol of life and rebirth. But this could not have made the thud, so you look again and find a large book wrapped in thick cloth. With trembling hands, you unwrap the book. Behold, the cloth is a map, and within lies not one book, but two. The map is of a land strange to you, and the style speaks of an ancient cartography. And if you bought the game back then, the map and two books came with the game. I do miss old games that had feelies. The script on the cover of the first book is arcane but readable. The title is The History of Britannia as Told by Kel the Younger. The other book is disturbing to look at. The small cover appears to be fashioned out of some sort of leathery hide, but from what creature is uncertain. The reddish-black skin radiates an intense aura suggestive of ancient power. The tongue of the title is beyond your ken. You dare not open the book and disturb whatever sleeps within. You decide to peruse the history. Settling back into the willow tree, you open the book. You read the Book of History, which is one of the books that came with it. No, really, read the Book of History. If you bought the edition from Good Old Games, the Book of History should be in a directory, so have at it. Closing the book, you pick up the Ankh. As you hold it, you begin to hear a hauntingly familiar lute-like sound. Lute-like, that's a tongue twister. Lute-like sound, wafting. Never really sure whether it's wafting or wafting over the Nubra Hill. Still clutching the strange artifacts, you rise unbidden and climb the slope. The valley below you, you see what appears to be a fair. It seems strange that you came this way earlier and noticed nothing. As you mull this over, your feet carry you down towards the site. This is no ordinary traveling carnival, but a Renaissance fair. The pennants on the tent tops blow briskly in the late afternoon breeze. But this being an early DOS game, there is no animation for that. The ticket taker at the Ren Fair's gates starts to ask you for money, but upon spotting your Ankh says, "Welcome, friend. Enter in peace and find your path." The music continues to pull you forward amongst the merchants and vendors. Glimpses of fabulous treasures can be seen in some of the shadowy booths. You know, as I read this, I can imagine Lord British himself or any of his friends at a Ren Fair, because he was part of the SCA, and wishing that this fair could be a portal to a more fantastical realm. These people are very happy. Well, I hope so. They seem to glow with an inner light. Some look up as you pass and smile, but you cannot stop. The music compels you to move onward through the crowd. Through the gathering dusk, you see a secluded gypsy wagon sitting off in the woods. The music seems to emanate from the wagon. As you draw near, the woman's voice weaves into the music, saying, "You may approach, O seeker." You enter to find an old gypsy sitting in a small curtained room. She wears an ankh around her neck. In front of her is a round table covered in deep green velvet. The room smells so heavily of incense that you feel dizzy. So we're being drugged? Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Seeing the ankh, the ancient gypsy smiles and warns you to never part with it. "We have been waiting for such a long time, but at last you have come. Sit here, and I shall read the path of your future." Now, I know the secret of this little quiz they're going to give us, and I'm going to pick compassion all the time because as a kid, I always picked compassion. Also, I'm going to go through it really fast because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played it. But this method of deciding what class you're going to be is one of the best. And I really urge you, if you play this game yourself, not to cheat. Look up what virtue goes to which job and just play it honestly. See what you come up with. And it crashes. All right. So this may take a second because the darn thing has crashed on us. Actually, I've got a save that I've already dealt with, so already started, but we haven't done anything yet, so we'll just go there. See if there's anything I need to fix here. All right. So let's journey onward. And the music is not behaving. So 1 second. Got to configure my MIDI device to do this properly. There we go. So, I'll be flat out honest. I have no idea what to do. So let's go to Lord British's castle and talk to everybody. Oh, it's Chuckles. Okay, that's got force tiles there, so I'm not going to bother trying right now. I can only assume that's for later. Huh. Guess they don't talk. Huh. All right. All right. Right, we've already talked to the guards. Jester Twin. Okay, let's see if I can talk to the guy playing the lute. Guess he's too busy. Lack purpose and direction in their lives, huh? The great evil lords he's referring to were Mondain, Minax, and Exodus from the previous 3 games. And there's our goal, to conquer the Abyss and view the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. So we've been there. Let's see what's on this side. Seek the inner light of the shrines. Good idea. Okay, can't go up. And I'm guessing down there is Hawkwind. But I don't know. In the previous Ultima, you could get a mark of force and go through those things no problem. I honestly don't know if this game has something equivalent. So, enter town. Oh, hi, Joe. Accidentally hit something. Okay, those are my stats. Got a sling and cloth armor. Alright. 200 gold. Don't want to meet a poor beggar. Pepper knows of the room. Okay, so looking for someone named Pepper. It's Joe again. Oh, that's right. Magencia is the city of pride, which is why it was destroyed, because pride exists without truth, love, or courage. That's actually kind of important. Let's see. Where is Pepper? Strengthens the soul, because Britain is the city of compassion. Compassion strengthens the soul as knowledge tempers the mind. Right. Gwenno is a jester? I think Gwenno is Iolo's wife. And that's actually a good tip. To raise your compassion score, you're going to want to give often. And there's Iolo, but since I'm a bard, I can't have him join me. Okay, we're at the 20-minute mark, so we can continue just a little longer. care so much for thyself that thou cannot care for others. Know you the compassionate mantra? No. Ask Cricket. Alright. Who's Cricket? So I'm looking for Pepper and Cricket. There's no day-night cycle yet. Okay. So maybe Pepper and Cricket are kids. Well, there's Cricket. There we go. So we know the mantra of compassion is Moo. Joe again. So we know the mantra, but we're missing the stone. Okay. How about I talk to you? There we go. There's Pepper. Ah, there we go. Route of compassion lists at the end of the hall somewhere in this town. Now, I happen to remember, but since I'm trying very hard not to go a little early, I wanted to wait till I got the clue. So. That actually... Alright. So we're at the 24-minute mark, so I'm going to... Oh, I can't save here. There we go. Now we've saved. So I'm going to stop here, and tomorrow we'll pick this up again. Until next time.